one step back. With every breath that I take, I feel my eyesight fade to black. How can I win this war? I found my remedy at last, and now my guiding sword is shining. As my present becomes my past, I realize that every cloud has a silver lining. That every cloud has a silver lining. I feel as if I've been far from home. I've been to places I didn't even know. I was sinking and as good as gone. But I have covered the cost of making it back. I have found what was lost and turned it like what was turning back. The nighttime turned to dawn. I found my remedy at last, and now my guiding sword is shining. As my present becomes my past, I realize I found my remedy at last, and finally my stars are aligning. As my present becomes my past, I realize that every cloud has a silver lining. A silver Every cloud has a silver lining. Every cloud has a I feel as if I've been here before, knocking helplessly at the same old door. I can't do this anymore, 'cause every move I make puts me one step back. With every breath that I take, I feel my eyesight fade to black. How can I win this war? I found my remedy at last, and now my guiding sword is shining. As my present becomes my past, I realize that every cloud has a silver lining. That every cloud has a silver lining. I feel as if I've been far from home. I've been to places I didn't even know. I was sinking and as good as gone. But I have covered the cost of making it back. I have found what was lost I've been far from home. I've been to places I didn't even know. I was sinking and as good as gone. But I have covered the cost of making it back. I have found what was lost and turned it like what was turning back. A nighttime turned out to found my remedy at last, and now my guiding sword is shining. As my present becomes my past, I realize I found my remedy at last, at the same old door. I can't do this anymore. 'Cause every move I make puts me one step back. With every breath that I take, I feel my eyesight fade to black. How can I win this war? I found my remedy at last, and now my guiding sword is shining. As my present becomes my past, I realize that every cloud has a silver lining. That every cloud has a silver lining. I feel as if I've been far from home. I've been to places I didn't even know. I was sinking and as good as gone. But I have covered the cost of making it back. I have found what was lost and turned it like what was turning back. The nighttime turned out I found my remedy at last, and now my guiding sword is shining. As my present becomes my past, I realize I found my remedy at last, and finally my stars are aligning. As my present becomes my past, I realize that every cloud has a silver lining. A silver Every cloud has a silver lining. Every cloud has a I feel as if I've been here before, knocking helplessly at the same old door. I can't do this anymore. 'Cause every move I make puts me one step back. With every breath that I take, I feel my eyesight fade to black. How can I win this war? I found my remedy at last, and now my guiding sword is shining. As my present becomes my past, I realize that every cloud has a silver lining. I've been far from home. I've been to places I didn't even know. far from home. I've been to places I didn't even know. I was sinking and as good as gone. But I have covered the cost of making it back. I have found what was lost and turned it like what was turning back. A nighttime turned out to found my remedy at last, and now my guiding sword is shining. As my present becomes my past, I realize I found my remedy at last, and finally my stars are aligning. As my present becomes my past, I realize in every cloud has a silver lining. A silver lining. Every cloud has a silver lining. I feel as if I've been here before, knocking helplessly at the same old door. I can't do this anymore, 'cause every move I make puts one
Bully Dog Coffee is craft roasted in small batches, with passion and purpose. Visit bullydogcoffeecompany.com and fetch some for yourself today. Bully Dog Coffee. Bold flavors for bold hearts.
Alrighty, everyone, welcome here tonight to the Pro American Late Model Division as we get ready to go round number 2 here tonight on Extreme Sim TV. Thank you for coming out, qualifying, getting ready to start momentarily. In the booth with me here tonight, it's going to be Mr. Kendall Paul. How are you, Kendall?
How are you doing, Matt?
I'm doing good, man, doing good. Back here for round number 2. He is with us for round number 1. I hijacked you for round number 2. How are you thinking here as we get ready to get qualifying underway as we speak?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. A little bit shorter track than Martinsville last week, so it should be a fun one to watch. The heats I remember last week were pretty clean, but towards the feature event of that one, got a little dicey, but we'll see if they figured out round 1 jitters are over. Round 2, here we go. Time to buckle up your seats and go. So I'm looking forward to it.
Time to buckle up and go. Now, we will get your qualifying order here in just a moment. For you, Chris Mason should be on track as we speak right now, putting that car in here. Again, a little technical here tonight. Mason right now top of the board. And again, we saw this last week there, Mr. Kendall. We saw this format play out. It was fun last week. How do you think it'll go tonight?
I think they figured out a lot of things that went wrong last week, and I think it's going to go a lot more smooth this week. As I think John's on track now. Like I said last week, I didn't get to see what everybody's qualifying time is like and everything, and now it's even better with qualifying lineup being exactly where you're in the lineup.
Yeah, we know things here as they work their way through. Here in qualifying, that is John. They're going to out-qualify Mason there. Great job here, and then third in line should be Mr. Hogan, going to be third up on the charts. Do you want to go early or late here tonight? Which one would you rather do?
I would probably rather go late, just so you know that time that you need to beat. I mean, you got the time ideas from practice, but that's on a longer run. Maybe it's a longer run, maybe it's more than 2 laps, or maybe it's even in the draft. But I would want to go mid to late run.
Kenny there, top of the charts. They're great for him. And again, we got an interesting night here tonight of racing, heat racing, of course. After qualifying here, what would be your thing that you saw last week in the qualifying heat racing that you would look at here going forward?
Well, definitely starting position is a major key in the heats to guarantee your transfer into the future. But also, it's not over until it's over. Saw a lot of guys, even guys that started up front, go cycle to the back because of wrecks and incidents and that sort of thing that put them in the LCQ. So really being mistake-free in the heats and getting good starting position, I think, is key for heats.
Yes, sir. Now that is what I'll agree with there. We saw a lot of craziness as we continue to work our way through. Cars on track there. I believe that's 12. Kenny Tripp on track right now. So Kenny out there laying down his qualifying effort. His car on track. Now again, scheduled here in the qualifying order 38. I don't think we have 38 here. So we'll be skipping through some that do not make it here tonight. But again, 22 of these cars will start your A main later tonight. 200 laps. Well, buddy, man, this should be a ton of fun. I'm looking forward to it. You are as well. We had fun 1 week ago with all this craziness. I think it's going to be just as crazy here tonight.
Yeah, you got the same amount of fuel to send a lot of the same enough drivers, and the different track, a lot different track than Martinsville. So it might be different than Martinsville. We might have a lot more green flag runs than last week, but also the totally different track. It's still also week 2, so you're still trying to figure out everybody how they race. So it's gonna be an interesting one. It's gonna be a fun one for sure.
It's kind of like us trying to figure out Kern County.
Yes, Kern County. That's a fun track.
Oh, fun. That word is debatable, depending on who you are and how you run. But we're continuing the qualifying effort, kind of 30 overlay up for you here in just a moment. But Kendall, man, as always, tonight's going to be a blast. I'm looking forward to the heats. Get actual racing action going.
Oh yes, for sure. It's got Scott Douglas on track. Gonna lay his first time down. It's gonna be a 14.5. So I'm gonna start towards the end, but he got one more lap to do it. I'd say what, probably second lap's probably the fastest lap for most of these guys.
Yeah, most of the time you're going to see that being the case.
It's actually a little bit slower for him, 14.589. Consistent lap times though, I gotta give him that.
Well, there you go. Just consistency is key, and we've learned that. That is an iRacing in general thing. Be consistent. I'm trying to figure out who's rolling off next on my list of people. And we'll get them called up here. Man, this is going to be too much fun tonight. I enjoy short track racing as a whole, Kendall. I know you do as well.
Yes.
It's kind of where all this started for us, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, even climbing into the iRacing ranks, you had to go through the short track series to get up through the series. So, I mean, unfortunately, this series wasn't on the schedule when I went through D class, but I remember going through the ARCA and the late models, not the super late models, but the late models. And short track racing is always a fun thing. I'm not the greatest at it, but I sure have a special place for it, and love to have every opportunity to race in a short track series.
So what Kendall's trying to say, he sucks at racing.
I suck at racing a short track car, but I love racing it though.
Alrighty, who we got on track next here? Levi, there we go. Levi, now we're caught back up here, everybody. I had a little bit of a technical glitch over here with the overlay. I had to work on real fast. But Levi on track and working his way through. 7th on the board. And think about that. We've already burned through 9 cars here tonight. We're rolling through this qualifying effort.
Yeah, we're trucking through, and I'm just looking at the lap times, and they are pretty tight, close together, except a few outliers. But I think this is even tighter than last week, so it's going to be, like we said earlier, it's going to be a fun, interesting event come race time. As I believe is that.
I think we skipped a few here because there might not be here a couple of them here, but I'm trying to determine. Justin looks like he may be getting ready to go on track. We'll get on him. There he goes. So Justin on track. Derek Colson should be next on track here, as long as he's here, but I don't see Colson here. So next up would be Billy. Billy is here. They're in the 99. There is Billy working his way through. So Billy Steingrass there, the 99. Top of the charts, 14-3. Look at that. Looky there. Well, Mike should be next. Mike Peters will be the next car to roll. Billy will finish up his lap. Mike is not in his car yet. You gotta be careful here. They did say if you're not at your car, they will skip over you. And Mike is apparently not there. That would put John rolling next in the 777 machine. Yep, they're going to roll John. So Peters unfortunately missed his qualifying. Not good.
No, you're going to be starting with back to one of those heats. And even with short track racing, it is hard to get around the next guy to get into the transfer spot. You got to either wait for them to make a mistake, or you have to make that bumper move. And well, in the heats, some people want to not take that very lightly, but only 15 laps to do it. That seems like a pretty decent amount, but really when you're on short track, not much time for that driver to start the lap.
Aaron Raymond taking his first stab. See what Aaron can do. He'll work his way through. Crossing the stride, and I think he got in the wall. It's not really, well, no, he didn't either. There we go. He will jump here. Next up will be David Cannon, would be next scheduled to go out. And guess what, buddy? I don't see a David Cannon.
No, I don't see, but I do see a Josh Flynn on track. He's warming up his tires, getting ready to start his first lap on the machine.
Yeah, there he is. This is like whose line is it anyway? Who is here, who is not? It's like school call at like 8 in the morning. Here, not here.
Why is that?
Josh crossing the stride. He will go 8th on the chart. That will leave us up to Thomas. I'm quickly scanning to see if I see a Thomas, and I do. So the 6 car will be next to qualify. He's still top of the charts. How do you feel about Billy, man? Top of the charts here after a great run last week.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be one contender for the feature win tonight. Just want to break into the 14 threes, and it's going to be hard to beat that time. That's second current quick time, but I mean, I've been surprised before. We'll see if one of these guys can pull out a better time, but I think really setting pretty nice. I would predict he'll be at least on the front row.
Thomas in that number 19th out here tonight. We'll get into our 20s here. Rick Kelly should be our next car out in the 32. So we'll see if Kelly makes the call. He's on pit road, so that's a good sign. That's a good sign. Let's see if he gets skipped here. And so far, no movement.
Rick Kelly or?
Yep, I got
Rick Kelly on track.
I've got a Rick Kelly scheduled to go out next. He is currently still sitting there.
Are you live or are you on the replay?
Let the be check. It is live, however, it is not letting me view him for some weird reason. That is awkward. Moving on.
Hey, Rick Kelly ran a 14.530. Got a little loose on the corners, so that's going to drag his time down a little bit.
Well, I pulled a Kendall broadcast where I stare at the guy for a moment.
Pretty sky out there, so.
Yeah, I'm not 100% accurate on what in the damn happening here, but we'll continue.
Moving on.
Production problems. William gonna roll through. Up to William there in the green machine. We just blame Kimball.
He's flying off the guy.
That's whoa. There we go. Sorry about that, folks. I'm blowing your eardrums out for some reason. Something was weird there for a moment, but we'll continue to roll. All right, working our way through. Still continuing this qualifying show here tonight. And he'll roll to pit road. And we'll see if it'll let us. Let's see if it'll let us look at Scott. And survey says we can.
Hey.
There's Scott right there down the front straightaway. The 88 ride. He'll go to 14th on the chart. Not going to try to predict where that's going to put him in a heat race because we'll get confused. And he'll roll through second lap at the stripe.
A little worse.
A little worse. Not better.
You know, I've noticed a lot of these times, a lot of fast laps are coming out on lap number 1. So I'm wondering if the momentum as they carry down the front straightaway is really what's kind of determining the factor for all these guys, but everyone really within the majority of the group within 0.3 of a second. So
Yes, sir. We got Mike out here too. Now he is our 25th scheduled qualifiers. We had a couple not make it, and P4, look at him jump up through the chart. But he's gonna have a good spot. Got loose there. That second lap now gonna be no bueno. Gary should be Eldred should be our next car out. And indeed the 08 of Gary on track. So as this qualifying rolls on, how much does track temperature fluctuating up and down change what kind of speed you can get out of these race cars?
oh, it depends massively. That's why you hear the guys on the NASCAR schedule, they'll say, oh, I would rather qualify in the clouds, that sort of thing. And it's a big difference because it just determines how much grip you have going into the corner. So the temperature is a big key in the qualifying effort. So, and that's another reason why I just love this format, is because you got variable conditions for qualifying, just like the real series.
Well, there we go. I was just reading chat real quick. Gary, you gonna finish up? We should have Wes on track. Hopefully I pronounced this correctly. Christina was like, I'm half deaf anyway. It doesn't matter about the cars being up. Well, Christina, I will get you a week to your own private broadcast. That way I can just yank the car sound up for you. Wesley, they're 20th on the chart. And 27 cars, well, not 27, but out of the scheduled cars, 27 of them has passed. Jason Snodgrass will be out this time by. So Jason across the stripe. Ooh, that was crazy.
Nice and loose.
And Jason gonna go to P7. No surprise there, Snodgrass P7. Christina says I'll be there in a few weeks. Funny, I thought I seen them in the lineup. Maybe not. Maybe I'm crazy.
Yeah, Jason Snodgrass, talk about consistency. His fastest lap was a 14.473. His last lap was a 14.476, so only 0.003 of a second. Talk about
Right?
crazy consistency on that one.
Chase Johnston should be now next. And indeed he is. Great run there for Chase. Up to P4 in a 57 ride. So Johnston going to bring that car around. He'll bring it down. And let's see who we got next out on track. Joshua should have been next, but he is not here. So we're going to play the Who's Next game. Then after him, Shane. We'll see what Shane has got up to. There is that 8 machine up to 18th right now. Don't you love the Who's Next game?
Oh yes, it's fun, frantic search for the guy that's coming up next, and oh, that one's gonna be a little bit better for Shane. It's not gonna move up any positions, but
Alrighty, William will be next on track. Justin, I need more horsepower. Well, sir, I don't know if that's exactly legal. Putting a bigger engine in the car, and he gets in the fence. And there we go. William gonna finish up. Next up should be Sean. Rasheen right there in the 17. And then we should have 5 more qualifying after that. And work through. Look at us actually getting through qualifying this week somewhat accurately.
yeah, it's only basically 20 minutes into this qualifying session, and we're already almost done with the right around a 30-car field.
We might be done soon enough for you to go back to the cafeteria and get more pizza.
Well, they close here, I think, in 30 minutes, so.
We just all hear Kendall over here leave the stream to go get more pizza.
Go get more pizza, hell yeah.
If you're going to get more pizza, you better bring all of us. The cat room, everybody pizza.
Well, I mean, pay for the FedEx overnight shipping. I'll definitely do that for you.
Yeah, we got it.
I mean,
so we'll take care of that. 21st is Patrick. We will see who is next. Brent and Art. So, fun things. Arthur should be next, I think. No, Brent's next. Then Arthur. Then Mike Peters and Jay is the last two, and I have no idea. Then I think it will go Jay, maybe. They wasn't originally slated on the qualifying list. Arthur coming through.
Brent up to third on his qualifying effort, a 14.431. Gonna put him up to third.
There we go. And to the bottom of pit road goes Arthur. Arthur not having a very good run here. Didn't go well for that 66 ride. I just want to. I just want to be done in time for the people. Or if they're gonna sneak through. Hey Christina, do you want us to FedEx you pizza as well? What about Bully Dog? You want pizza? Who all in chat wants pizza? And he gonna get the pizza. Arthur across the stripe. Jay right there as well. Jay will work his way through, and then Mike Peters will wind up this round of qualifying here tonight. Jay, let's see where he puts the car. Crossing the stripe, it will be a 14.4 for Jay. Puts him in P3. Great job for Jay, all the way up to third. And there we go. So he'll complete his effort. That will leave us, with Mike Peters be the final car if he's here. Nope, that's it. 31 cars here tonight. Now we begin the process of elimination. If you remember from last week, heat races, top 5 move on. Everyone else will go to the consolation race. So again, top 5, I believe, from these will move on. Billy Snodgrass on the pole for what will be heat number 1 here tonight. John Dillon, Caden Tubbs, Rick Kelly, Scott Benedicts, Justin Phillips, and Thomas A. Mitchell. That's going to be your first heat race of week number 2 coming up right here. I can get rid of the little sticky note with the qualifying grid now. And we're ready to go. So Snodgrass to bring them down. 15 laps, your first heat. And for Christina, we'll get you pizza on the way. We can't guarantee the freshness of it by the time it gets there. We got to FedEx it to you, or UPS, whichever one tends to come faster in your area. And we'll get ready to go. And again, this field will work their way through 1 and 2. It'll be 15 laps, top 5 transfer. Top 5 to transfer to the A main here tonight. Are you guys ready here at Southern National Raceway Park for week number 2 here in the Palms Pro American? And I thank you to Advance again for their good old formula. We'll talk more about that in a moment. Talk about that. Don't worry, because I ordered some after last week. Just, yeah. We'll be ready to go. Billy out front alongside, ready to go. Coming to green this time by. Green flag in the air. We're rolling. Heat number 1 underway. Billy out into turn 1 and 2. Alongside that 77. Top side going to get the momentum down the back straightaway. Again, top 5 transfer. That's going to be the spot you're looking for. 14 to go this time by. Is Billy going to lead down the front straightaway? Trying to hold John at bay. The 42 of Dylan Hand. On trying to work his way to the bottom. Caden Tufts right there as well. Rick Kelly hanging on also. Rick trying to move forward, trying to pick up some spots. 2 by 2. Billy Snodgrass started from the pole. Right now out front. No change there for Billy. Billy leads the way. Trouble behind them. First problem of the night. And it's going to be a couple of cars around in turn 4. So get them straightened out. Justin involved in this one was running 5th. He'll drop back. See what we can deduce here. Why are we 114 speed? Hang on. All right, we'll fix this. Got it. Take a look. The 32 of Ricky on the bottom, or Rick Kelly on the bottom right there, side by side off the exit. And let's see what we got here. We're going to stay side by side down into 3, and I think this is where trouble is going to arise right here into turn 3. into the corner. Everybody dives to the bottom on the brakes. 77's right there. The 32, the 88 going to get in there a little bit deep. Right in the back bumper of the 32, so Scott's going to turn him around. Then nowhere for Scott and anybody else to go. The 46, unfortunately, of Justin just kind of caught up in the circumstances. And the first yellow is out with 13 to go in heat number 1. Man, that didn't take long, did it? Caution is out here. So 13 to go. Out front, Billy to bring them to green. Billy, green flag in the air. We're rolling toward 13 laps to go. Billy will lead them into turn 1. John to second. The 0-0 of Dylan the 0-0 of Caden Tufts. Dylan right there side by side for position 4th and 3rd. Rick Kelly back to 5th. 6th right now, Justin just outside the transfer spot. He's got to find a way down. Billy continuing to lead the charge right now as they work 10 to go. 2 hands in the air, 10 to go. Out front, Billy Snodgrass continuing to lead heat number 1. Again, first of 4 heats here tonight that we got to deal with here this evening. Thank you to all 17 watching here tonight. Don't forget to slam that like button as we work our way through 18 to go. Billy Snodgrass continuing to lead the way. 8 laps on the board. Battle for transfer coming up. That's going to be Kelly along with Justin trying to get back in. Now remember, he was involved in that incident that brought the caution out. The only one so far tonight. Meanwhile, for Caden Tufts, he'll get slid by here. He's going to have the 32 of Rick Kelly all over him. That is that bubble position that Rick's holding on to.
I'm back, Matt.
Nice to have you back, buddy. Kelly right now battling for that transfer. Justin there as well. Man, you missed a little bit there. We had some action pickup with the incident there, Kendall.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of it. I had a little meeting that I had to attend to real quick, but trouble under turn number 4?
Yeah, a couple of cars got together there, and everybody's circling. So are you surprised how clean it's been tonight already?
Yeah, well, whatever I've seen, it's been fairly clean, and I mean, everybody's really calm up in the top 5 and really out throughout the whole entire field. Not really rushing to get to places, but I think that's probably just to do with some of that damage, and they got to kind of accept their fate of, well, I'm not going to be able to get up to the transfer spot. But everybody just kind of riding single file, and I don't know if you can really, you might be able to get 2 lanes out of that. I just see a lot of marbles on the outside lanes, a lot of rubber lane, especially in turn 1 and 2.
Yeah, definitely a lot of rubber coming down on the racetrack with 2 to go. Billy Snodgrass continuing to lead. Dylan and Caden, your top 4 right now. Trying to hang on, 2 to go. White flag in the air in heat number 1 tonight. And it looks like Rick's going to hold on to that transfer. We're taking 5. So it should be Billy, John, Dylan, Caden, and Rick side by side for 4th. And Rick Kelly going to hang on to that transfer. That'll move Justin Pippins and Scott Benedix and Thomas A. Mitchell to the Consi. We'll move them to the Consi. So again, taking 5 out of 4 heats, then 2 out of the Consi will give us the 22 starting. The 22, there it is. The 22 starting field here tonight. I think I got that right. Speak English. Kenny Tripp, Jason Johnson. Look, I'm not the one in college here.
Hey, I can barely speak English sometimes too, so.
Hey, listen to you try to come up with chemistry. It's okay.
There's a lot of cussing involved with that sometimes too, because you mess up one chemical formula, it messes up your whole dang equation, and it's not fun to figure that stuff out.
Now, we'll continue to work our way around here. Lights are off on the pace car. Well, we'll get ready to do this all over again, my man.
Oh yeah, doing a race, sending him back up. Heat number 2 underway. The 12, he's gonna lead it off. And wasn't the 57 the one that wrecked last time in the heats at Martinsville and then worked his way through the LCQ and then worked his way all the way up to 3rd last week?
Yep.
So it'll be interesting to see what he can do if he can transfer automatically and start in the top 10. It'll be interesting to see if he can maybe get a win tonight as he's battling side by side with Kinney. In trouble off turn number 2, 2 cars going around. It's going to bring out caution number 1, but it looks like, oh, well, as I say that, the 23 kind of smacks the wall after the caution trying to turn around.
My in-house Dale Earnhardt Jr. problems guy over here.
Heck yeah, well, I got it from MRN. I've been listening too much to MRN.
With a contact. Ooh, synchronized spinning, Kendall.
Well, there we go. They got the Pro American late model, late model stock series, coordinated spin team right there.
Are they going to the Olympics?
Well, I mean, they just improved the form a little bit, and maybe not so much the insist on the spin there. I think they could get into the Olympics and maybe get gold there.
All right, at least we get a gold in something.
Hey, yeah, I mean,
McKinney continuing to lead, chasing Johnson even out here as well as we 2 laps into this second heat here tonight. 14 to go. It'll be 13 to go when we take the green. Of course, 200 lap A main again here tonight. We did that last week at Martinsville. We're right back at it this week at Southern National. To wrap it up. Here we go, double file. It'll be Justin Speak, Matt, speak. It'll be Kenny and Chase looking like they're going to be on the front row. And again, that 57 had to drive his way all the way back through last week. This week, hoping for a little bit better outcome. Here we go. Green flag in the air. We're back underway. 13 to go in heat number 2. And there were some penalties after last week's race as well, Kendall. So that'll kind of look for the main event. We'll take a look at those. There's the 12 of Chase, the 57 of Chase out front. This should put him starting P3 in the main if he can win it here. I think no P2. My apologies. So that'd be a big advancement for him if he can hold on.
Everybody pretty much right in single file as they work through turn number 1 and 2. But you gotta think, some of these guys to the back, they gotta get going if they want to get into the transfer. Maybe the battle for 5th starting to heat up as Josh Flynn's got up to the back bumper of that 26 machine. But the 80 just right there shadowing him going into turn number 3, and I mean, he's all up in his business.
Just about got it back. I thought he was going to turn it around there for a minute. With 9 to go, at 26, is going to have to defend for all it's worth to make the transfer here. And I don't see it, man. He's opened both these cars up, both of them quicker than him right now by about a 10th, and I don't know if he'll be able to hold them back there.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a little bit of contact going into turn number 2, but the 23 did an amazing job to save it. That's going to bring the 80 to go all the way to the back. He's going to be fighting for, that 7th spot.
Yeah.
Team's going to get around him.
And
so that's going to put him in a bad spot for even the LCQ.
Well, that is a beautiful situation for John there in the 26. We talked about the cars behind him being faster. That little bit of contact gave him some breathing room. Now he's got Josh right back to him.
Yeah, I was just about to say, but for how long is going to be the question. The 23, he is just right on his tail going into turn 1 and 2. Gets a little bit of breathing room there in the front straightaway, but it's going to be a fun battle here with, I mean, if you got to make the move, you got to make the move here pretty quick.
4 to go here in heat number 2. It's the difference between the LCQ and moving directly on right here that you're looking at. 4 to go. This is going to be very interesting, buddy.
You can kind of watch the 23's line. He's taking a very, I want to say, attack mode type thing. He enters, well, the last couple laps he did. He entered up a little bit higher and then drove that car down and maybe tried to thought for the battle for the lead there. Or not the lead, wow. Battle for the 5th spot. But he kind of saw him, he went up high and then he cut that car down low. He was trying to wait for that 26 to go up high to get underneath him. But the 26, he got that inside line just locked down.
1 to go here. Here we go. Contact. Oh, man. Oh.
This is going to be an amazing battle coming in turn number 3.
Down through 3, out of 4. John gonna hang on to the transfer. And see you, Josh Flynn, in the LCQ. And by holding them off, John should start, what, 10th in the A main now? Something like that?
Somewhere right around there. I mean, all it matters for him right now is he got his ticket punched right into the feature main event. What a crazy battle for that. And that's only heat number 2. We got 2 more heats after this, so it's going to be an interesting one. It's going to be a fun feature here later on tonight.
So Jay will bring them to green.
It's a nice looking 31 machine right there.
Man, that got dicey.
Yeah, it did.
Like
That was only for the transfer spot right there, too. It wasn't even for, like, the win of the feature event.
That was dicey enough to dice us up some onions for a pizza that we was going to have.
Ugh, onions on a pizza? Ugh.
Yes.
Please don't say you're one of those people that like pineapples on pizza.
No, is this going to affect our friendship, sir?
For some reason, people here are obsessed with pineapple pizza, and I'm like, ugh, no thanks.
Jay,
Why would I want a fruit on my pizza?
Because it's healthy. Jay will bring them down. Mike, ready to go as well. What is that fruit? Green flag in the air? I got a question for you guys at this race. Here we go.
Oh, no.
Jay out front.
Oh. I thought they were running 199. I thought he was going to take him 3 wide for the lead, but he thought otherwise. He's like, well, that's only lap number 1. I better not do that.
Snodgrass, Scott, Brandon, Patrick right there. Is, whoa, Nelly.
What a nice save from the 145. He was just trying to get to the inside line. Because, I mean, this outside line, he's getting absolutely freight trained right now. But he's going to play the Uno reverse card on him right there. And he's going to, hey, you can go up to the top now, and I'll take the bottom to battle you for 2nd place.
It's Jason Snodgrass trying to hold him at bay here. The 45 of Mike underneath. Scott and then Brandon. That's going to be kind of single file back towards the transfer. Here we go. Right now, Jay and Mike, your top 2. Mike trying to hold off Jason. Jason will fall back to 3rd. Scott going to get underneath. Jason's starting to slide back into the danger zone here. Not good for Snodgrass. 10 to go.
Absolutely getting freight trained on that outside line. He's going to fall out of the transfer spot if you don't get down to the inside line quickly, and he just keeps hitting that outside wall to get enough momentum, but he's going to get a break in the grass and go right down to the inside line, right behind the 55, Scott Ninguis.
Ninguis gives him a break. Brandon there behind him. 1 car behind, way off the pace. We stay green.
And it's going to be Wesley Everett Ray Jr.
Go.
loose off for turn number 2.
So now everything's calmed back down here around the transfer here tonight with 9 or 8 to go, 7 this time by. Right now, Jay Place just wants to run away. Runs away. That's the way we say it. And I'm going to let you take over commentary for a second. I'll be right back here. I'm going to mute myself out, buddy.
Okay, sounds good. So, Jay Place continues to lead here on lap number 10. He has probably a good 5-6. tenth of a second per lap for each of those guys. So 5th place of Brandon, he's starting to run away with that transfer spot. But the door's closing, so you gotta think outside of that top 5. If you want to get in the punch your ticket right in the transfer spot, you better do it quickly. But I sadly right now I don't see that happening unless we get a beautiful yellow flag out on the raceway. But Jake Place continues to lead it over Mike Sukup here as lap number 14 and right around, coming around to take the white flag one more time around the 7th National Motorsports Park for Jay Place, as he will probably most likely, if he can get around turn number 3 and 4, he'll put himself right into the feature event and go on to start 3rd in the feature event. Jay Place wins heat number 3. So Jay Place, Mike Sukup, Scott Ningwes, Jason Snodgrass, and let me get you your last transfer is Brandon on the 85 machine. Will all transfer. Sean Patrick, Wesley Everett Jr., and Mike Peters, and looks like Stephen Rex. Oh no, Stephen Rex was in heat number 2. There, Mike Peters, Wesley Everett Jr., and Sean Patrick all going to the LCQ. But heat number 4 getting ready to fire off. To finalize all of our heats, the last heat tonight. Then we'll go to the last chance qualifier, which is 20 laps. That will be right after this. That's all of the cars that did not transfer and punch their ticket into the feature event tonight. They'll have one last opportunity to get into a transfer spot and punch their ticket into the feature event. Brent Mikus is going to lead the field to green in that beautiful yellow and purple late model stock car. To his outside is William Vantimer, and then it's going to be, well, that's not right there. Well, there we go. Benny Hogan is going to start on the inside row number 2. My iRacing is not wanting to cooperate. Shane in the number 8 machine, he's going to start 5th. Arthur Hinderred. Sorry, I am butchering last names. That's what I'm known for. As Brent Mikus is going to lead the field of green. Pace car down and away to the safety of pit road. Green flag back in the air. Brent Mikus, he's not going to get the start he wanted. As William, he's going to get the push of a lifetime from the 68, but not will that be enough? I don't think so. Side by side down the back straightaway turn. Going to turn number 3, side by side for the race lead. Trouble turn number 3, one car sideways, but 37 is going to say, here, I'm going to help you out here, buddy. Straighten you back out. Double foul, and we're not seeing that outside line get freight trained like last time. And William, he's going to even clear the 66 machine to take away that first position. Heat number 4, he'll start 4th if he can continue on and win heat number 4. As Aaron Raymond is going to battle it out with, iRacing, Brent Mikus for that second spot, and that is not even for the transfer. And into the 2 cars in the outside wall. That's going to be the 68 and the 8 machine that's going to get in the outside retaining wall. But we're going to complete lap number 5, 10 laps to go. And, well, Shane Kolksmeyer, he's going to run away with the transfer spot as of right now, as he's sitting right now in that 5th position over Arthur Hindred, as he is 2 seconds off. And of course the 37 and the 08 got together into a little incident there, but they're side by side, and I'm quite surprised that that outside line, it's rolling really well this heat, as it looks like probably even the inside line is the disadvantage this heat. But I think what they're doing compared to the last heat is the outside line is pinching that inside line down in, so they cannot get enough of a good enough run like they did if they were clear up there. They just can't round off that corner. They got to turn sharply and 3 wide for the 3rd spot. But the 8's going to think otherwise, and he's going to tuck it in right behind that 66 machine. And he's really fallen off from where he started. He's back into 4th, and he might even see 5th here pretty soon.
Yeah, he's sliding back. We're going to give Kendall the voice a rest. Good job, buddy.
Thank you.
As I was over here frantically trying to take Alka-Seltzer and everything else. and made a mess. We'll talk about that later. The third spot is Benny back here. There's Shane. Gary there in a minute is also in the mix. 5 to go. William leading. Shane, Arthur. 3 to go. There is Brent right there. Look at Brent hanging on into 4th, Kendall.
Yeah, he's falling back from his pole position, and like we were talking earlier, that outside line has seemed to take the advantage a lot more this heat. But he's going to lose that 4th spot. But still in that transfer position, but he's not done fighting yet.
You know, we're getting laughs there about Van Meter, so I think we may be saying his name wrong, but we're going to stick with it here. 2 to go. William continuing to lead the way against Van Meter, Homater, we got it. William continuing to lead, Aaron right there in 2nd. Brent right there in 3rd, or in 5th. That'll be your top 5 as we come to end. Heat number 4 here tonight. Double checkered flag in the air, and it'll be William, Aaron, Raymond, Benny Hogan, Shane, and Brent, your transfer carries. There it is, carries. Well, you know, we got one more golden ticket, well, 2 golden tickets to give away here in the last chance qualifier, Kendall.
Yeah, 2 more, well, only 2 tickets to get their ticket into the feature event. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, I think only the feature pays out the points, so...
For 99% accurately sure that that's the case.
Well, that's definitely, you want to get into that feature event to get some points into that standings, and...
Until you find out I'm wrong, and I tell you I'm wrong. Which, would that surprise you, honestly?
Well, no, but I've been wrong before. I mean, call me, if I was in the broadcasting order enough, I feel like I'd be nicknamed the Butcher for the Butcher of Names, because that's my weak point with broadcasting. It's just butcher all the names.
So we're ready to go. You'll get ready to go back at it. And, of course, after this race, we'll take a look at your driver's standings coming into the night, Kendall. We'll take a look at that before we get the A main ready to go. But now, 2 golden tickets remain. Not to the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, unfortunately. And not to the Krispy Kreme Donut Factory. But to the A main here tonight. Ready to go.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag in the air. Let's go. 20 laps to figure it out. Who's your pick, man? Who's going to take the final 2?
Well, I mean, probably Josh Flynn. Josh Flynn, I definitely would put in the 1 golden ticket, not just because he's second, but he was showing a lot of speed towards the end of his heat. I pick him, and, well, let's just go with Sean Patrick. Why not? He's in the 3rd spot right now, hanging on. I see him getting around and taking that other golden ticket to the feature event, as they're going to single file out for now until you get a little bit deeper into the pack. But your top 5 all single file, and your whole field now single file.
And it looks like
blow off a turn number 4, 2 cars around, and well, they might have a competition for the synchronized spin team as the 08 and the 6 of Thomas Mitchell, and that was great. Gary Eldred going around, and he's going to go around again under caution. He's going to take that thing down pit road. So,
well, it looks like we're going to stay green. I don't know how, but
that's interesting.
Justin, Josh and Justin battling for the transfer. 15 to go, and apparently we got an announcement to make. I wasn't planning on doing, but I just got a message. Contact the 88 up here, up the hill. Wiggledy, wiggledy, wobbly, wobbly. Scott hanging on. 14 to go.
That battle for 3rd is really starting to hurt some of these guys' chances as they're battling side by side, giving the top 2 the golden ticket cars a chance to run away, but the 80, he's not going to say not so fast. I got around these 2 guys. Levi, he's going to on the move. He's trying to catch up to that 2nd spot to take that golden ticket away.
Holy crap, they're all over one another right now.
There you are breathing down each other's necks, and I mean, if you only when the feature plays out, yeah, you gotta go. What else you got to lose?
Well, right now, Justin and Josh in great position. Levi trying to get to them. Always battling back behind them is great, but if you don't get to the top two, it's all for naught.
Yeah, it just goes. All that work goes out the window. But I mean, you get some experience. Some of these guys need to run as many laps as they can just to get the experience, get some practice racing in traffic. So for a lot of these guys, it's actually good for them to be racing in this LCQ. And honestly, to me, I think it gives them a little bit of advantage going into the feature event. Trouble off of turn number 2. Another car is sideways. This is going to bring up the caution now. Chris Mason around off of turn number 2.
Mason is around. And he just got loose on the bottom lane, and around the back of that car came. And caution will fly. There we go. So it'll be 8 to go here. Well, we're flying through all this, bud.
Yeah, we are. We're really fine. I mean, we haven't really had that many cautions during the heats. But now, will that be the same for the feature? We don't know. It is a 200-lap main event. Seems like the same distance as Martinsville last year. Same amount of laps, but different amount of miles. And this track's a little bit more bank, so it's going to be an interesting one. It's going to be a fun one, totally different from basically Martinsville last week. So it's going to be really fun. It's been really fun to watch all these heats so far as well.
What do you think about Jelly Roll being the Grand Marshal this weekend? This is going to be
that one's going to be very entertaining.
Better not let me down, AB. Better be energetic.
Oh yeah, I mean, 2 weeks ago I was at Kansas. I forget what race it was, but so lame on the start. It was so lame. It was just, gentlemen, start your engines. You're like, come on, you gotta get some enthusiasm behind that voice.
Well, Josh, we'll lead. You're Justin trying to hold on. No, what they wanted to see is that yellow to stack them all back up.
No, well, they had a pretty nice backyard for them, and then now the fence is closed in a little bit, so they're knocking on that door. They're trying to get around, especially that 80 machine. Levi, he was cooking it, and he was trucking it down the way, trying to catch up to that other golden ticket spot. As looks like we'll go double file, pace car, lights are off.
Here we go, double file, ready to go. Let's get at it, Skippy. Skippy, green flag is in the air.
Pretty good jump from the 23 machine of Josh Flynn. He's going to just check out once again and attempt to. And look at Levi now. He's up to that second spot. He's going to take that golden ticket away from Justin Phillips. So let's see if he can regain his composure. Trouble turn number 1. 2 cars on the apron. 1 into the water barrels. No caution as of yet, but no, we're just going to stay green as the 60. He has officially toasted that machine off the pit exit. Let's see if we'll get a caution. I think he's just off the racetrack, and he does accept the tow. He'll accept his fate. But the battle for the lead might be on here pretty soon. Levi in the 23 machine of, well, that's
Josh Flynn and Levi there.
There you go.
And I don't know if I'd race for the race lead here. I mean, you're in the transfer, right? Why push the issue?
I mean, it's only one spot advantage. I mean, well, the 80, he's really coming up on that 23's back bumper. I mean, if you can make the cut around, I mean, go for it, I guess. But, I mean, if you got to use the bumper or anything, that sort of thing, I would not even worry about it. Try to get in line and check out, like we were saying last week, check out and check into the nearest quality in for these guys. And, oh, we about got a little taste of the yellow outside retaining wall. As we're coming,
one to go.
Two to go. Or 1 to go.
1 to go right here. And I think they listened to us and just chilled out here, coming to the checkered flag. Everybody else, Patrick, Arthur, Chase, Scott, Gary, Thomas, Justin, and Wesley Everett Ray will all load them on the trailer and go to the house. And we will get ready for our main.
Yeah, they're probably going to check into the nearest Quality Inn now, but not for the good reason. They're going to watch this race from the
All right.
hotel.
Nice. Well, we're made it to the warm-up, so perfect timing here. If we can, everybody turn your attention to the point standings going into round number 2 here tonight, and we will take a look at that and what our thoughts are going into tonight on that as well. All right, man. Well, we're here. Hogan leads that point standings with Jason right there behind him. 2 fast cars here tonight. We already know up front in the point.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I can't see the point standing right now, but there they are. Only a separation between 4 points, so it's going to be interesting, fun to watch, see if that points battle can tighten up here. All it takes is a nice finishing position to get some nice good old points, but it's going to be interesting some of the guys that are further down the leaderboard if they'll make up some points here tonight at a totally different track here at the Southern National Motorsports Park, but it's going to be a fun one to watch, and it's going to be fun to see who takes it all home tonight. We saw a lot of different leaders last week, so we'll see if we got one guy that just kind of dominates the field, or we'll see if we'll get a guy that, well, a whole bunch of people up there battling it out.
Well, with that being said, we're going to go to commercial break. When we come back, we'll have your A-main.
Bully Dog Coffee is craft roasted in small batches with passion and purpose. Visit bullydogcoffeecompany.com and fetch some for yourself today. Bully Dog Coffee. Bold flavors for bold hearts.
All right, and we're back, and I see your question in chat there, Christina. I don't have an answer for that. I will try to get an answer for that, because I don't have one. Your thoughts, Kendall?
I'm going to say brownie points. I mean, that's the only thing I can conclude. I mean,
You're a cool
it's kind
person.
of the advice that a teacher gave me. If you get extra points on the test, you don't say nothing. You just kind of let it happen. Get the extra points.
I mean, maybe you're a cool person, so you got cool person points. I don't know.
Maybe.
I mean, I'm trying here. All right, 22 cars ready to make the start. 200 laps in round number 2. Billy Snodgrass on the pole. Kenny Tripp second. William, John, Stephen Rex, Mike, Aaron, Dylan, Chase, and Johnson. Scott back there. Benny Hogan along with Caden Tufts. William, Jason Snodgrass going to start 15th. Shane, Rick Kelly, John. And then you're going to have Brandon, Brent, Josh, and Levi, your top 20 or your 22 starters here tonight at Southern National Raceway Park. You ready for this, buddy? Oh, he's not ready.
Oh shoot, you see, it might help if I had the mic unmuted. Oh yeah, I'm definitely 100% ready. It's going to be interesting to watch. You got 200 laps. I mean, it's a little bit shorter miles distance. But it's going to be interesting if they all single file out really quick or they're going to battle it out tooth and nail, try to get every spot they can on the restart as we're coming to the green flag right now.
Coming to green, and I think he's lying. I think he.
Well, I don't have pizza currently, sadly. Definitely don't have pineapple pizza.
Billy gonna lead him to green. Here we go. Green flag in the air. Let's go racing here tonight. 200 laps. Start the party up front. Oh, 3 wide already. Trouble. Problems. Big mess. It's a parking lot.
One car up and over.
That is Scott on his lid. And that is not going to be good because he's going to go multiple laps down from the toe.
That's not how you want to start your night off. I mean, you can maybe get background. I don't think there's lucky dogs or wave arounds, so that's even worse for these guys. So, well, it's going to be an interesting night to start out the race.
Well, that's
already.
Not the way we predicted.
No, not at all. Already a Black Friday Walmart parking lot situation there as one, maybe even 2 cars went up and over.
We were talking about,
one.
there is the 30-23 first one around. Oh, somebody about went over as well. The 45 just about went over himself. And then 2 cars synchronized upside down. You know, we was talking about the Olympics earlier, but I don't think we were talking about pole vaulting.
Yeah, definitely not car vaulting either.
Car vaulting.
Well, I mean, maybe a new Olympic sport, car flipping. How many times they can flip the car in one race? So let's see if we can get that up into the Olympics, or at least the eSport Olympics.
I mean, that kind of sounds like a redneck sport if I've ever heard one. But I can
say the first annual car flipping event.
I mean, I can say that because I am one. Oh man.
Let's see
5 on the board.
Get something like that going.
I'll go to the junkyard and get us a couple of cars, and we'll Cletus McFarland it. 6 on the board. We'll continue to roll. 195 to go tonight, and we have on the lead lap right now 14 of the 22 still on the lead lap. Scott Negus is what, 5 laps down? And Dylan's 4. They're not pretty much in trouble from the get-go here.
Yeah, Scott, he's still down on pit road, probably even taking the tow, or even just kind of just taking the damage repair. I mean, you still got to go out there and race, try to get every position that you can, just in case you get another parking lot full, and there goes Scott off back onto the racetrack. But it's going to be a tough night for him. It's going to be a long night for him.
Chase back here thinking, well, that was me last week. Now it's you.
You can have that good old honor to try to work your way through the field again.
So we'll get the lights off here in a moment. We'll give it one more shot. It should be interesting. And we'll delay the green, so we won't go to green this time by. We'll give it just a few more moments. And maybe we'll get a little bit of a, what we would call a... We got a roll going. Coming to green this time by. Here we go. What should be this time by? Or am I lying? Oh, lights are off.
Yeah, lights are off, so.
I am not lying.
About time.
About time. Here
About
we
time.
go. Green flag in the air. Let's see if we can get past turn 2.
Well, they made it past turn number 2, so the next goal is turn number 3 and 4, which looks like we're going to accomplish that goal with everybody pretty uniform. 2 uniform lines, and everybody's going to dive to the bottom and try to tick off some laps here, and hopefully we don't see a bump and run gone wrong. That's the only other thing that we got to watch out for here as we come around to complete lap number 12.
And you know the radios are lighting up right now. Hey guys, we got 190 to go. Let's get down here and ride. It's a long night for these drivers. About 45-ish minutes in the car, in all honesty, is what we're looking at for them. So they've got to get in line and roll. Speaking, go ahead.
Definitely even on a short track, you're definitely getting dizzy and just want to get this thing over with to get 200 laps done and over with. I know I haven't done a long race with the short track car, but I've done it with the trucks, and you get dizzy sometimes, and it kind of gets stressful sometimes, especially when you're going caution after caution after caution and racking the ball back up. So definitely, if I'm one of these drivers, I definitely want to see everything kind of start spreading out. But that's not the same for everybody. Some of them like to take the advantage of that restart.
Something tells me you're experiencing short track change.
Something. Yeah, probably. Probably most likely, yes.
Yes. Totally continuing to lead the way right now. 16 laps on the board. Jay right there behind him. First 2, 3, 4 cars look mighty comfortable just riding the bottom, painting that white line. And now as I say that, Jay going to sneak a nose for a moment. He's like, let me see if I can get down there. Couldn't do it. And again, it's what I call a chance that you take to jump down in line. The etiquette here of getting in line and riding is very well, but here's the other issue you become. If you're Stephen Ray in 14th or Stephen Rex, it's not going to be long before the field runs you down.
Yeah, the leader's going to say here pretty soon, hello, and I'm ready to put you a lap down, and it's not easy to get that lap back, so, I mean, for your back runners, back markers, they got to step on that throttle and get going and check out and get out of Dodge.
Rip, Kenny Hogan, Chasing Johnson. A better start to the night than what he had last night, or last week, rather.
Oh, yes. Chase, yeah. Fifth up. Already to the 5th spot, kind of just riding it out, hanging out. He realizes that we got 200 laps to take off, and I'm probably sure we'll have a caution here here in no time shortly. As well, we ain't really going to see much of lap traffic maneuverability from the leaders last week, so I mean the leaders starting to close down on the lap cars machine, and it's gonna be the first victim to go another lap down from being under the green flag conditions. Gonna be Rhett Kelly in the 32 machine.
Now,
Billy Snodgrass, he's trucking it, but little 3-car breakaway, and he got 2 cars right in his shadow.
well, isn't it interesting that Jason Snodgrass got the dub last week? Now Billy right now leading cars here in week number 2. Jason right now in 16th. I believe he was caught up in that whole incident there in the back straightaway. So last week's winner not having the run he wanted, but Billy kind of making up the difference. He's like, Billy's like, you're all good, Jason. I got you this week.
I'll take over the win this week, but we still got a long ways to go. We're not even a quarter of the way through this event, and he still has 3 cars just right on his tail and not going anywhere anytime soon, it looks like. And I mean, to me as a leader, it's really hard to be not trying to waste your tires and also try to run away from these guys. So you got to kind of manage your tires as the leader, how much you want to push and that sort of deal.
And hit your marks and don't make a mistake and, all these things can go wrong.
Oh yeah, there's no room for mistakes for Billy Snodgrass right now because the 31 is right hard on his tail, and he's right there. As soon as he gets off that bottom line a little bit, that nose is going to come into a factor, and it looks like Billy Snodgrass, he's going to blink a little bit for me. The 31, he'll get right around him if he makes just one tiny little bit mistake. That's what's so awesome about short track racing is one little mistake can change the outcome of the race, either positive or negative for a driver.
Oh, right now the top 3 looks like we're doing a chain race here. It looks like we got one car chained to another.
Definitely for sure, and all their lap times are pretty darn close together.
But don't look now, but here in about 3, 4, 5 laps, they're going to encounter Steven back here with John, and this lap traffic's going to start to pick up. And then you're going to have to negotiate your way around lap traffic, which is huge. Meanwhile, that is the 77 machine putting major pressure on Jay Place for that second spot.
Yeah, and he's starting to fall off the pace a little bit from the leader. Now the leader's going to break away with 2-3 car lengths now, and it's all going to depend now with the distance to the leader with this lap traffic now. Are we going to have a Ryan Newman type person where he's going to do not budge from the bottom line? Or do they pull over, let the guy by, and then they continue their little race on? But we're about to find out here in probably about maybe even half lap.
Probably a half a lap or less as we continue to knock down some laps here. Billy continuing to lead. Right here is that lap traffic. There's the 42 just in front of him. Got to negotiate around him. That is Dylan back in 19th, 4 laps down right now, and he will get to the inside of Dylan pretty easily there, Kendall.
Yeah, I thought there was a little bit for the 42 was going to give him a little bit of a fight, a little bit of trouble to get around him. But now he's stuck on the outside. He's getting freight trained. He's getting separated from where he wanted to go. But that's only one car down. That's a ton of others that the 99 of Billy Snodgrass is ground. The next victim is that purple 32 machine of Rick Kelly. And he's not budging from the inside line.
What I like, though, about Billy's situation, he's opened up about 0.4 of a second gap. That gives you a little bit of room to work and figure out a way to get around safely, right? And that's exactly what he's doing. He's picking and choosing where he makes the move.
Yeah, you're picking your battles when you want to battle them out. Because then once you start getting pressure behind you, it makes you to force you to make some tough decisions and maybe not the smartest decisions out there on the track. But it seems like, and that's what the tough thing is about being the leader, is you are the punch in the lap traffic. Once you get some guy up towards the top of the track, the second place car, especially how close he is right now, is he's going to take advantage of that. He's going to get around him with ease.
Yeah.
Compared to the leader, as the leader, he's going to be stuck behind him trying to figure out a way around him for 1 to 2 laps.
I will say this. Billy has been really impressive in traffic. He's gained about 3 more tenths of a second through traffic. There's the 199. He's underneath of Jason. He's like, hi, Jason. Bye, Jason. That'll move Jason 2 laps down.
Talk to you later, he says. I'm going to try to get this victory and try to claim this victory as he's fabulously, like he said, negotiated 3 lap cars. And I think that's going to be the settler for this race.
Man, if you're Jason and you came in here the points leader for week 2 and now you're running like this in week 2, you got to be frustrated.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
I mean, it's a short season, right? 12 weeks. That, as you see John underneath. And he will get to the bottom and clear, so he'll move to second. But you can't really have a rough week in 12 weeks.
Oh, no, not at all. I mean, there's not enough weeks to kind of catch up. There's no reset button. If you're like in the NASCAR series, there's no reset button once you make it into the top 10, 12, 16, or whatever series you're in. There's no reset button. It's just literally straight up points. You get what you get, and there's no pouting about it.
And it's going to be rough, man. 16th, that is a rough go if you look at it from the technical side of things.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Billy, he's going to make up some great points this race as he's going to be catching up to the 10 machine of Steven Rex, currently in that 14th spot. So see Steven Rex be the next one going down a lap. But fabulous clean racing after the first caution. But I think we kind of took out some of the cars, not everybody kind of got spread out from the damage and that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's what tends to happen. You see Brent Mack back here, Josh Flynn back here as well, and people in chat's going to be screaming at us. Oh, it's early in the season. Jason can, yeah, he could make it up, but it's just going to be so hard. You can't. There's a difference between having a rough night and being in the top 10 and being 16.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I don't know what their point system is, but still, that's 6 points there. At least, and then you got the leaders that are gaining, say, 43 or something like that. You're gaining only 30 something, so it's going to be a pretty big impact for them It's gonna be interesting to watch the next 10 weeks after this
Right.
race, to see if he can battle it up. And I thought I saw 3 wide somewhere. That was towards the middle of the pack.
Yeah, everybody's pretty well. We got a little bit of a battle back here. Case Johnson here, and the in the 57 getting past there by the 00 Caden Tufts. But that was not for position. Some lap down traffic mixed in. 146 laps to go here tonight as we continue to knock down round number 2. So were you surprised with what we've seen tonight?
No, not. I mean, surprised. I mean, I've been surprised how early we kind of got into that wreck. I figured that we kind of get it all single file, but I think it's just everybody swerving for position and kind of gave everybody a reality check. Now I'm not really surprised with how we're running right now. We're all single filed out. We're all trying to tick down some laps. I'm sure we'll have a pit stop at some point for some of these guys. So, I mean, there's a lot of opportunity to pass still, and a lot of opportunity for chaos here later on. Knock on wood, that does not happen for some of these drivers. But some of these drivers, they're praying for that yellow flag to come out.
Yeah, I agree, and I think that's what we're going to see as we peek through. Again, long night, but not really a long night all at the same time.
I know, you wait too long, it's already gone by and done quick and over. But if you try to go too quick, it can put you into trouble, especially, like I said, it's a long night, but also not a long night.
Exactly. Well, they continue to do just that, and they'll work their way around. Again, thank you for being with us here on Extreme Sim TV here tonight for round number 2 as the field works their way through. 61 to 200 complete here tonight. So are you surprised how clean and green it's been, man? Because I am kind of.
Yeah, a little bit, but also you gotta realize there's 200 laps of this race, and we got a lot of time left in this one. I've been surprised though at the lap times. There's still a lot of them in the 14s. Not a lot of them creeping up into the 15s yet. Right now, watching Shane in the 8 machine. He's in 6. He's consistently running that 14.8. So he's doing a good job down in the 6th position. That is one thing that I've been surprised about is the lap times.
What about Snodgrass here, consistently holding that about 0.3 of a second gap?
Oh yeah, and that's wonderful for him right now, actually, to give him the room, like we were talking earlier, is to give him that time to safely operate around lap traffic. Now he's kind of opened that gap enough. Oh wait. Yeah, oh no, not really. I mean, this 777 is right there on his back bumper. Like I said earlier, that's kind of the stinky part about being the leader is you got to be that punch to get around lap traffic.
I think he's held up behind the 10, and that's what's causing the problem. Because a few laps ago, John was at least 0.4 back, and now he's there.
Yeah, that 10's really holding up. He might get around him this time by, but the 10, he's like, well, I'm going to pass Kynes myself, and I want to stay on the lead lap just in case we get a caution flag. I mean, I get why the 10's not pulling over, but I'm sure it's frustrating for Billy Snodgrass as he's worked his lead up so much, and then now all of a sudden it's dwindled down.
He's like, beep, beep, let me through, beep, 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 beep.
Imagine how much honking there would be if there was horns on these race cars.
This is why we have headlights in endurance. We can blink them at people. Oh, contact between the two. Wow, the 10 is racing him unbelievably hard right here.
Yeah, and you gotta wonder if that's gonna wear out the tires of the 99 a little bit, or if he's just trying to manage his stuff to get around him. That could have been bad. 3 wide with the lap car, and I think Billy Snodgrass might clear him here in turn 3 and 4.
He's gonna be like, thank you, finally.
Well, not quite yet. He's right there on that quarter panel. He says, not so fast, you're not going too far away, and I think there we finally go, probably most likely as the 10 gets a little wide off the corner exit.
That's going to
But
be
he's
clear.
still hanging on right there.
See, that's the point. You know this from being a race admin. Oh, contact. What?
Whoa!
Well, that happened. I was about to say, as a race admin in other places, you know that's the part where you're getting screamed at, telling you to get the lap car out of his way.
And I mean, it depends on the rule book, and at least in my league, and I'm sure it's the same way here. It's you got to separate rules and ethics. Ethically, yes, you should move up the track, let the leaders by. But in most rules in oval track racing, you do not have to let that lap car by.
Precisely.
I know at least for the NASCAR rules, it's that way. I'm not sure with this series particularly, but I know for most series that's how it is. And you just kind of, as a race controller, you just kind of gotta say, well, I can't do anything rules-wise. Ethically, yes. Rules-wise, no.
Well, finally he's clear. We'll see if he can start to open that gap back up. But the 10's not giving the P2 car any breaks either, so at least he's keeping it consistent.
Yeah, that is a very good positivity note there, as he's holding up that 777. You gotta imagine he is not happy as well now, just stuck behind that 10. Trying to figure out a way. I'm surprised he hasn't used the bumper on him yet, but I don't know if he can catch him. I think he's running pretty good lap times right now.
They continue to ride right now out front. Billy continuing to lead. Everybody pretty much around the racetrack. Couple of lap cars getting past, but as far as position goes, William able to pick up a spot to 13th. I don't think any of these drivers foreseen 80 laps green straight here after the start with 120 laps to go tonight.
Oh, no, definitely not. I mean, last week we probably already had a couple cautions. And, I mean, we haven't had that spell yet. I mean, it's probably, caution does come out, it's going to change the rule, not the rules, but change the books completely. As we saw last week, that first caution brought out more cautions, cautions bred cautions, like the saying says, but right now we're clean and green right now, but all of that can change in a split second as Billy Snodgrass continues to lead.
And doing just that, right? Continuing to stay single file and keep it under control here.
You know, I am surprised how well that 10 is keeping up with the 99, and I feel like he's just using him as kind of a punch through the thick air of the lap cars to get around and get positions. I wonder if that's his whole goal, was just to kind of sit behind the leader and just pick off positions.
Yeah, probably here, as you see right there. There is Josh Flynn. He's in the 23 and 9th. 10th is that 10 car, and he is one lap down. So we have 9 cars on the lead lap here just past lap 85, and that's about to change because Snodgrass is closing on Josh Flynn very rapidly. Matter of fact, he's going to be there now. And see, the 23 is taking a total opposite approach. He's up high, letting him go. Here comes the 10. That'll be for position. And I think you're right. That's exactly what the 10 is trying to do, is stay that first car one lap down and just kind of ride there, man.
You just pick them off as you go. And, I mean, yeah, the 10, he stayed down there, and nothing against the rules, but, I mean, the saying also goes, the drivers will take care of it on track if Billy Snodgrass is in that position and the 10's leading. I wouldn't count on Billy just going up the racetrack and letting him by. So you also got to kind of think about that as we're early in the season. And that sort of deal is, going to get in the wall a little bit, so that's going to slow him up a little bit.
Well, the thing of it is, the 10 is right in between Billy and John. Now, John to pit road, green flag stops. That is not something you would expect to say here tonight.
No, not at all. Wondering if Jay Place, he's going to go down with him. So, interesting thing. So, they must not be able to make it on fuel. Unless he just had that much damage. He's going to only take right sides only on that pit stop. So, he was down and away for tires and fuel.
Yes, sir. Nice job. And he's back out. Now, what he wants is everything under the sun to stay green here.
Yeah, definitely. You want to, if you commit to that stop strategy, you don't want to see the yellow lights turn on. have the pace car lead some laps because that's going to throw your strategy book right out the window.
Yeah, if the yellow lights come on, it's kind of like you agree to go to the club with your friend, and you get to the club, and your friend just says, "See ya," and you're like, "Huh? Now I'm here by myself. Here comes the
Go
99
Slugrat.
to pit road."
Either here he comes. Let's see if he makes a four tire stop or just a right side tire only stop. So he's going to get safely into his pit box. The right. Oh, yeah, there goes the right side off the ground, and they're going to change the right side of the tires on that machine, and we'll see if they take the left sides as well. Nope, right side's only for Billy Snodgrass.
Kind of funny. I made a club reference, and I've never been to a club in my life.
You sound like you're experienced there, Matt.
Right? Another one to pit road. Y'all know I'm not cool enough to go to a club. What are you talking about?
I just want to comment this out. The 777, he's in front of Billy Snodgrass now. I don't know if they're on the lead, the same lap as each other, but 777, he made it down pit road and just
And yellow.
Oh! Well, like I said
Hey.
earlier, throw that strategy book right out the window because you don't need that one no more.
And that is Levi facing the opposite direction of travel. The legal term that would be. I have lost it. I realize it. I have lost it tonight.
That is going to trap so many cars one lap down.
Well, and it looked like the 80 was exiting pit road and misjudged his speed on exit. And
He's
yeah,
still having trouble trying to get that thing back around. That front bumper of that vehicle is gone. Now that thing looks like a modified, so you might as well just put it on the trailer, go to the nearest modified race, and enter it there. As Stephen Rex, the leader, now he's going to go take that vehicle down to pit road, and he's going to have some fresher tires, about what, 5, 6, 7 laps fresher than John and Billy, so that one's going to be interesting to find out, and it's going to trap everybody except the top 6 under 1 lap down.
yeah. Luckily for Billy and those guys, they were so far out front that they were able to get back on the lead lap before this yellow came out. So that was a lucky break, if you will, for the 99.
Oh yeah, for sure, 100%, and I mean, that's going to be a real shame if the caution came out and he was not able to get back on the lead lap. And I mean, Stephen Rex, he played it well there, nice there. He's waited for that caution to come out, trapped a whole bunch of cars 1 lap down. So he's going to work his way up to the top 6 here.
But you know, we get to sing our song, right?
Seeing, are we?
The song.
Halfway.
We're halfway there.
There.
And it's John and Billy out front.
Hang on, we're not going green.
I feel like I'm talking about the John and Billy show. And we'll wave the yellow yet again. So again, thank you everybody for coming out here tonight to round number 2 of Palms. No, not the casino, unfortunately.
Yeah, if you're enjoying tonight's race, make sure you hit that like button. See, it's at 4 right now. Let's get that up to in the at least the double digits. Also, subscribe if you haven't already, as you'll get some more Palms late model tour and a lot of exciting new things around here in the Extreme Sim TV world coming soon. So you don't want to miss any
Hashtag
action
soon.
coming up. Hashtag soon. And I mean, we're not talking like some of those guys say coming soon and it's going to be here in 3 years.
Just a couple of months and we'll have details.
We'll have details.
It's gonna be big
It's going to be huge.
and unexpected, but it'll be
Very
fun.
unexpected.
Cars working their way through 103 on the board. Boy, oh boy, did my hats of doing get many more hats on the shelf today.
Hey, more hats,
We're going one
more
lap.
fun.
So they're gonna keep us under yellow here. They're trying to get all this figured out, right? That's what we're doing right now, is getting everybody where they should be back in the line and ready to go. we continue to circulate around Southern National, wrong track,
And a little big for South Boston,
allegedly.
allegedly.
As we're gonna have what 95-ish to go by the time we go green, 94.
Yeah, I would say right around there. 105 of 200 complete right now.
And everybody keeping it calm.
And just heard from race control that we are going green this time by, so we should see the pace car lights go off on that Mustang machine.
Thank you, race control.
Hopefully.
Ready to go. Lights are off. We'll go to green with 94 left in round number 2. Who is it going to be? Will we get another long green flag run? What is going to happen here? Here we go. Green flag in the air. We're rolling. Billy Snodgrass, Jason right there, or John right there. John's going to try to make the move early here. Get out in front and clear. And he does. Now, this is the first time we've really seen Jason or Billy kind of fighting from below here. Now, he's got to try to get that lead back. We've seen him lead so much earlier tonight. Jason Johnson, right now, we got 9 cars on the lead lap here. Just past 109 laps on the board. He's side by side, working their way to the bottom. John out front leading. Billy, Benny, Shane, Brent, Brandon on board with Brandon as well. That's that Mustang GT in front of him. Mustang Sally. Benny right there behind him. I've lost it, bro.
Hey, okay, we all lose it at some point. As I think on the whole field now just single filed. They single filed out really quick. Well, except you got the occasional side-by-side battle, and that's a little bit deeper in the field. Only one side-by-side battle, but it's not really working out for that red machine there, as he's just getting freight trained right now. He's going to try to get to the inside line as fast as possible. But everybody single file here as they come around. For what? Lap
114.
114, there you go.
So it'll be 114 laps complete at 287 on the board.
This is interesting. The double zero machine of Caden Tufts. He is, I don't have results page, 2 laps down. If he was on the lead lap, he would be in the 4th spot. So you got to wonder if he's trying to get around the leader to get a lap back here, as he's working his way up towards. Well, gosh darn it. Now I'm struggling. Working up his way in the field.
Yeah, doing a good job of it though. 2 down. 116 on the board. As we work through. – 116 complete. Steven, Brandon, Brent, Shane, Benny Hogan, right there as well. It's Benny!
And the side-by-side, not really side-by-side battle for 3rd, though, is Caden Tufts. He's going to move up a car spot. So he's just 2 cars away from getting a lap back. He's working his way through the field.
Working his way through and doing it well here.
He's doing very respectfully, and some of the guys are just kind of let him by. He's faster, so they're like, okay, we're going to let you by. I'm not finding position for you. You go get that lap back. As he's going to go work on 2nd place now to get just that 1 step closer to getting a lap back.
This goes back to our conversation about ethics. What is legal and what is ethics?
Yes.
Big word of the day, ethics.
Ethics.
80 to go. Time by. We have too much fun with this. John continuing to lead. Here comes Snodgrass. Man, I really thought Billy had the car of the race, but now since John has gotten out front, he is in very good position.
Yeah, ever since he made that 2-tire stop 1 lap earlier than Billy, he's really just kind of ran away with it. And if we stayed green and cycled throughout the green flag pit stops, he was going to take that take that 1st spot away from Billy. So he's doing a great job right now. It's just, you just got to hope that race goes green to the end, and we'll see if that lap car can get around, because he's right on the back bumper of Billy right now.
All right, I got a moment to do this. You just had a surprise room inspection or whatever of your college dorm, right?
Yes.
So
yes,
when
yeah, sorry.
so when the person came in, did they realize
Uh,
that you were calling virtual cars going around a virtual track?
Well, I don't think so. He said that I have a very sick setup, so got brownie points for the from the RA.
At least he didn't call you crazy.
And there are some people that do call me crazy for sitting here and watching virtual cars go around a virtual track on a little tiny computer monitor stand.
There we go. The more iRacing stuff you get over there, the more you're gonna be like, that's sick. Oh, geez, how much room do you need?
Need the whole space.
And Steven, Jason Johnson. Need the whole daggum dorm building. 28.
You need a whole studio here.
128 on the board. So again, we're 73 to go. At least we're past the point of you having to explain to your roommate what.
Well, yeah, he just came in and came back out. He saw that I was doing something. And he's like, well, I'm gonna go somewhere else. So,
Well, you didn't have to leave. You could join in.
hey, well, I need to get another headset here and have him join in. Be an interesting call for him. He's from Ireland, so it would be interesting to introduce him to the short track racing world and the online racing world. As it's ever since really COVID, this sim and all the people on it's expanded quite fast. As some green flag pit stops underway for some of the lap cars. As John right now, he's going to try to put Jason's Snodgrass another lap down, I should say.
Again, Jason, your points leader coming in tonight. Not what he wanted.
No, not.
It looks like he might skate out of here with a top 15 or so, but still not what you want.
No, not at all, especially as a points leader, and especially early on in the season. I mean, some ways you kind of want to have your mistakes early on in the season, because towards the end where it really matters. But if you're trying to stay on top of the leaderboard throughout the season, you really don't want to mess up during the first couple of races to stay on top throughout the season. But I think you can pull out another win somewhere else here, future on the schedule. I believe he just got into that wreck earlier on, so put him in a tough spot as we come around to complete lap 136.
How about the fact that John got out front and he remains there and continues to hold the gap pretty well and continuing to pull away?
Oh yeah, he's been holding the gap between that lap car. Now he's starting to kind of pull away, and he's still running the 14.6 lap times around this racetrack, only 0.3 off qualifying pace. So I kind of wonder if he's even thought about saving tire at all, if that's a threat or not, or if he's just going pedal down into the metal and get this race done and over with as fast as he can.
I think he's going pedal down to the metal and trying to get this thing over as quick as he can. But also, I think that with 61 to go, he's still got to save a little bit. Oh
yeah, for sure. And well, maybe he has pizza waiting for him. Hopefully not the pineapple pizza, as that would be.
Your hate for pineapple pizza is a little bit unsettling.
Well, I just gotta say, why would you put a fruit on a pizza? I mean, do I got anybody in chat that would agree with me?
Oh, now you're trying to rally up the troops. I see what you're doing here.
Yeah,
Benny, Shane, Brent. See, we're supposed to be a cohesive unit.
Do you like fruit on your pizza?
Well, no, but I don't hate on it because other people like it.
Oh, I just gotta give a hard time for those pineapple pizza lovers out there.
Okay, to be fair, lap cars are doing a great job of staying free, at least.
Oh yeah, but that lap car behind John right now, of Caden Tufts. He's right there on the back bumper, but he's going to get a little loose and going to get a little bit of space in between him. He's trying to get 1 lap back to put him only 1 lap under, but I mean, he's doing a wonderful job. If he just could have stayed on the lead lap, that would have been a battle for the lead right there.
No, we are coming to 56 laps to go, dude. We're running out of time.
Yeah, and I think for Caden Tufts, he's going to have 1 more caution out on the racetrack, and he's going to have to get some tires on that thing to get another lap back, and then he's going to have, once he gets that lap back, he's going to have another caution to even have him in the picture for the win. I wouldn't put it past anybody, or wouldn't even put it past him, as he's put on quite a show for being 2 laps under. He's just keeping pace with the leader right now as we're coming around to complete lap number 147.
Yeah, 147 and 200 complete here tonight. They worked their way through. Man, what a night of race.
Oh yeah, we stayed clean and green. What, only 2 cautions on the night? And only 1 parking lot. And like last week, as we had parking lots all over the Martinsville Speedway. But everybody's staying clean and green.
Yeah, exactly. 49, 200 complete. So right now we'll be 50 to go. We're going to do a quick crank it up here now as we get ready to go green to the end. So we'll do a quick crank it up. We'll be right back in a moment. Alrighty, everyone, brought back here. 45 to go. It's Southern National with a couple cars down pit road. Here we go. We kind of thought that they may have to come down yet again here because we restarted with, what, 90-something to go?
Yeah, it's right around there. I mean, we had the caution right around halfway. So yeah, probably 90 to go. So let's see if John will take that machine down pit road here anytime soon. A lot of lap cars coming down to pit road, getting the right side tires only method, and a lot of lap cars still going down pit road. And I think I just heard one of our lead oh no, that was one of our lead lappers as we continue with the takeoff laps here.
I think want to take them down. 42-ish to go. And right now, John in a great position, almost 2.5 seconds between him and Billy Snodgrass. Crazy how much single file action we've seen here tonight.
Especially for a shorter track than Martinsville. It's been amazing to watch, but I mean, we got to spice it up here pretty soon. We're getting close to the end. Billy, he has to step it up a little bit, or either hope for a caution to get right up with John, or to contend for the win, and Snodgrass go back to back, or the Snodgrass family. I don't know if I'm guessing there's a relation between them two?
We're going to go with it that they are.
We'll go with it some way.
In some way, they're related. Now, the only thing here is if you do have to stop for fuel, being where this late in the race, I see no way that we take tires. I see fuel only.
Yeah, I can see fuel only for some of them, and I can see some of them taking the gamble of taking right sides only. I mean, if you're in 5th spot, not making any spots up, you might as well just take the tires and see what happens with it. I mean, I guess it depends on how long it takes them to fuel up that machine, these cars, if it is worth taking tires or not.
Well, taking a look here at Steven Rex back here in 6th, last car on that lead lap. Think about that. He fit the leader so hard. Now he's back on the lead lap in 6th. If we get a late race caution, could he figure out a way to parlay this into a win? Because we know he's got a fast race car. He stayed up there with the leaders for a long time.
Oh yeah, and he did. He made the wise call not coming down pit road as early as a lot of other guys, because he trapped so many cars down a lap down, so it's put him in a pretty good spot of just sitting in that top 6 position. As John, he's going to start getting introduced to some lap traffic again, as he's going to manage his way through lap traffic right now here on lap 167.
Yeah, and again, he's back to the back bumper of the 10. We've seen this story before.
Oh, well, same story, different verse. Well, same lyrics, different verse, whatever they call it now. We'll see if it happens again. You know, I see that. I think it's going to be the same thing like we saw last time.
Well, luckily for him, he's got a 3-second gap to play with.
Yeah, he has quite a substantial amount of time to get around him, but he doesn't want to take too long to get around him to get that gap closed up, especially if you have to make that one more pit stop here. As
ooh, tight with lap traffic. Well, look at this though. That gap still being exploited and taken out further. Right now, 14.9 for Billy last time by. John at a 14.8. So yet again, about a tenth faster for John.
yeah, I think the 10 he's running fast enough pace where it's not as bad as for say, as he's not really to the back bumper. He's got more lap cars. Looks like coming down to the pit road to get some fresh fuel and some fresh tires to complete here. 173 on the board, so just under 28 to go, 27 to go.
27 to go and 83 laps on this run for John. I'm pretty convinced he's going to have to make a stop, but the question is going to become, what do you do on said stop? Do you do the fuel? Do you do the tires? What's the plan?
Yeah, when do you do that stop? What you do? That sort of thing. I mean, some ways I would have, if you had to make the stop, I would want to do it right when you had a break in the traffic to kind of make sure you get down there safely. But he's making quick work of this lap traffic as he finally got around the 10, the 57. Remember last week the 57 did an amazing job climbing up back through the field. He got a 3rd place finish last week. But John right now, he only has one more lap car until he gets a little bit more fresh air once again.
Yeah, now you look at this with 23 to go this time by. Last time we saw this exact same scenario, and the caution came out for somebody exiting pit road and losing the car. And when you start doing green flag stops like this, right, that is where the risk factor of the good old yellow flag becomes a real problem.
Oh yeah, and this track, I mean, like any other short track, it's hard to get down to the pit road under green flag conditions, and it's even harder to get back on the racetrack on a green flag condition with a decent spot, because you get this little line maybe that comes up and you got nowhere to go, and you either freak the guy out that's on the track or you freak yourself out and wreck yourself out coming outside of the pit road.
Benny Hogan there going to rejoin back to 7th. So Benny now back to 7th after his stop. The cars in front of him still needing to stop though. 90 on the board this time for the field. And here comes your race leader, John, on pit road right here. Right down pit road, 91 laps on his stint. Does he take fuel or tires? I don't see that car going up in the air. Do you? Maybe. Yep, he's going up in the air. Yep. Right side's going up. Here we go.
Billy's going to go around. And I don't know. I just heard when Billy came around the camera for me, he might be pushing the clutch in that vehicle.
We'll see what he can do. It's got 17 laps. Or 18 laps to go.
Billy Snodgrass, when he's entering in the corner, he pushes that clutch in. He's saving fuel. So I'm thinking he's trying to make it to the end.
Can he do it? 17 more circuits. Crazy, 17 circuits away. He only needs this car to remain running for about 4 more minutes.
Does he have enough fuel? I think he probably does if he's still doing this method of saving fuel and not going down to the pit road. So I kind of noticed he wasn't going down pit road as when John did, and now Billy, he's full conservative mode, 100% on that clutch going into the corner.
Yeah, exactly. 15 to go this time by. Now, granted, how long has he been doing this? That's the other question.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure on that answer. I mean, he fell off the pace there for a while. He was 3 seconds back, so I don't know if he was doing it then. That's why he was losing so much time. But, I mean, it's going to be a remarkable win if he can pull this off and save that much fuel and pull it off and take the victory here.
I mean, because there's no way he wins this race if he has to come to pit road, right?
Yeah, if he does not come down to pit road, if he goes down pit road now, I mean, he's lost so much time. He's running the 15s right now. And John, he's right now running the 14.4s. So he's right there behind him. He's going to try to get a lap back here, as he's going to get underneath Billy. So half a second difference. If Billy can save enough fuel, can John make it around this racetrack within 10 laps and catch him once again? But also, we can throw that book out here if the caution flag does come out.
Yeah, I don't see him making all the way back around here. That would be a tall order with 10 to go. But Billy is definitely committed to this strategy at this point. 97 laps on this run.
And Billy, yeah, he's picked up the pace now, 14.9 his last time by around, so he's picked up a 10th. So I'm wondering if he has enough fuel to the end.
Think about the story it would be. Jason gets the win last week. Billy battling for the win this week. Steven Rex going to lose a spot here. John back to third. Kenny Tripp back here, picking up a spot with a car on pit road with 8 laps to go here tonight in this 200-lap main event. It is time to find out if Billy can hang on 7 more trips. Not only did he trick his competitors, he tricked us.
Yeah, for sure he did. I didn't even notice he was on the clutch until he went by the camera when I started watching him, and you could not hear the engine of that vehicle. And I'm wondering if he's getting tight on fuel because he's getting on that clutch sooner and sooner now.
Well, also, you've got the gap of 8 seconds over the nearest car, who is also trying to make it, right? So, both these cars are trying to make it to the end, so one can't go any harder than the other if they're going to get there. And you take a look at the 99 now, I would pretty much be shutting the car off as soon as I get a little bit of speed going and letting it roll.
Yeah, he's still running the 14.9s again, once again. I thought he fell off the pace a little bit when he was shutting the car off a little bit earlier than he was. But yeah, he does have that space to work with. But like I said, the caution comes out. Whole different ball game, but I'm going to knock on wood here. I don't see the caution coming out as everybody's pretty well spread out unless we get a single car spin. Billy Snodgrass, though, trying to conserve that car as much as he can here for the finish.
2 to go this time by. If he takes the white, I'm pretty confident he's got this thing. Because you can literally just shut the car off at this point.
Right. Well, and don't give him the Barcaster jinx if he runs out of fuel.
Right, 1 to go. What a move. Wow.
That is the play of the race, as I'm pretty sure he's safe coming in turn 3 and 4.
Yeah, he can shut the car off now. Billy Snodgrass gonna win round number 2. Shane should be second. John trying to get to Shane here. Battle for second, maybe. Checkered flag. Shane holds on. John back to third. Rex in fourth. Benny Hogan in fifth here tonight. Wow.
And does Billy Snodgrass have enough fuel to do some burnouts?
Well, that's the other major question. That's the major question.
Yep. He saved enough fuel to do some burnouts. Look at that.
For the second week in a row, it's Snodgrass to victory lane. This time it's Billy, not Jason. And man, oh man, let's get ready to talk to some drivers. We'll say goodbye on air to Mr. Kendall Paul. Kendall, thank you, man.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It was fun, and thank you everybody for joining and watching, and we'll hopefully maybe see you next week.
All right, man. I'll give you a call after the show. I'm gonna go talk to me
Well,
some
sounds
race car
good.
drivers.
Heck yeah, you gotta do that.
When I come back, you better have pizza.
I'll try to.
All
Not
right.
pineapple though.
All right, Billy the Kid, get a copy on me, man.
Yes.
All righty, man. You played the perfect strategy and you tricked the broadcasters as well, saving enough fuel to get to the end.
Yeah, it was a fun race. I want to thank everyone for having a very clean race there, and John for being very good to me.
Man, you did a great job. How close were you on fuel at the end?
Well, let's just say I did like 3 donuts and ran out of fuel. I had 1 lap left.
There we go, man. Well, congratulations. Jason went to victory lane this week, or last week. You go this week. Maybe you guys can keep it up all season.
Yep, we're gonna try to. Thank you.
All right, Billy the Kid, man, you got anything, any shout outs you want to give, anything like that?
I want to give a big thanks to my dad for keeping me calm throughout the lap traffic process, and just everyone on track for driving clean.
Yes, sir, man. Congratulations. Good job tonight, pal.
Thank you.
All righty. All right, Shane, you got a copy on me, man.
Yes, I do.
You had company coming there at the very end for a second, but you were able to hold on to it.
Yeah, I didn't even realize he was coming. I was shutting my car off about halfway down the straightaway and not turning it back on until I came out of the corner. And I saved enough gas and ran out right at the line.
There we go. Second one running out of the line. Man, I never in a million years would I thought this would turn into a fuel mileage race tonight.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I started 16th and finished second tonight after missing that big wreck on lap 1, so pretty happy about it.
Man, congratulations. Great start to the year here in round 2. Thanks, bud. You did a good job, man.
Thank you.
All righty. Anybody you want to give a shout out to, buddy?
Nope, just me, myself, and I.
And man, again, congratulations with a P2 finish tonight.
Yep, thank you.
All righty. Well, John, man, you had the lead, and I had you penciled in as the winner because I thought everybody was going to have to pit, and it just didn't go that way.
Yeah, I thought the same thing, unfortunately, and maybe I would not get stuck find some lap cars. I would have had Shane, but I guess my fuel strategy was wrong.
Yeah, that number 10 lap car tonight was quite interesting.
I won't comment on that for a lot of reasons, but he was still respectful. It's not his job to move for us, but it was a long race. I thought I had it. Unfortunately, Billy has outschooled me again, and I have a lot to learn.
He gave a master class on tricking everybody.
In masterclass, yeah, definitely.
Oh, man, congratulations, top 3 here tonight, and looking forward to seeing you in one.
Thank you.
All right, we'll see you
Later.
All righty, guys. Thank you guys so much. What a night it was here tonight. Thanks for everybody coming out. Thanks to Events as well with their focused drinks as well. Thank you to all the people that make it happen. We'll come back for round number 3 next week. Until then, everyone stay safe. Have a great